Welcome back to Tech Yes City, motherfuckers. So, people were requesting an intro, and I did one. So, what do you guys think? Anyway, let's get on with the budget build this month. We've got a $562 budget build for you guys in the States. This is for Battlefield 4. Now, I've played Battlefield 4, and it's actually not as demanding as I thought it would be. Hence, this build for you guys. Now, let's get on. We're going to Newegg and Amazon this month. And as always, if you can find the parts for cheaper, then go do so. But let's get on with the build now. First part of the build is a Rosewill Challenger Micro ATX case. Now the good thing about this case is it's $25, so get in quick with this case. It'll sell out like hotcakes. I think you get 2 fans with this case as well, which is awesome. Now for the power button, it's located on the front here, which is good. I'd prefer it on the top, but this isn't, for $25 you cannot be picky with this. It's an absolute steal. You got front panel USB, you got front panel audio ports as well. Inside the case you've got a lot of room despite it being a micro ATX build. You got the top mount power supply here. You've got room for a DVD drive, room for SSDs and hard drives, and also you got a fan up here at the front here and a fan at the rear. Now the graphics card will go here, and as you can see here, it's just a huge extension here for extra long graphics cards as well. And also you got the fan blowing air straight to the graphics card, which is awesome. So not to mention it just looks pretty decent as well for a $25 case. Damn. Like, get me one of them. Don't forget to put in that promo code because it's got $10 instant savings, and then you got $15 promo code you can hit in there. So get on that fast. Now, a motherboard to match this micro ATX case. We need to get a micro ATX motherboard. Now, AMD on the since we're going with an AMD CPU today, we want to be getting a micro ATX board. So this is from Asus here. It's an AM3 Plus motherboard. It'll support the FX 6300, and it'll support 2 sticks of RAM for the 8GB of RAM in total that we're going to put in this board. Now the board's just a standard board. It features what you'd want it to feature. It has a PCI Express 16-speed 2.0 slot there for your graphics card. It's got onboard audio, onboard Realtek LAN adapter. They're just the standard deals. They're nothing special, but for $45 this motherboard is an absolute steal. I do like the black and blue theme on it too, so it's going to go in well with the case. The case is going to be black and blue as well. Anyway, we'll get on to that a bit later. But yeah, for $45, really good steal on the motherboard there. I really like the price point of that. Plus, it's from Asus. Asus do make really good motherboards. Next part of the build, EVGA 500-watt bronze power supply. Now, this thing is ridiculously cheap. It's a very great price. So you've got $30 after a $15 rebate. So it's $45 initially, but you're going to be getting $15 back in a rebate. So this makes this power supply $30. So damn, for a 500-watt power supply that's bronze, that's freaking damn good value for money. So value for money and malware for money, that's what you probably get. Anyway, so it's got ample amps on the 12-watt rail there. You got a single 12-volt rail which puts out 40 amps, which is going to be a huge amount of power, huge amount of amps for the graphics card we're putting in today, and it'll power everything else fine. So really good power supply for the money. I wish I was in the States. I'd probably be buying one of these just to keep for a spare. I mean, damn, that's good value for money. So EVGA, nice buy there. So next part of the build is the AMD FX 6300. So this is one of my favorite budget CPUs because you're getting 6 cores. Battlefield 4 is pretty much optimized for everything AMD. They've optimized it for the CPUs and also for the GPUs. So if you're going with the Battlefield 4, strictly a Battlefield 4 build, you want to get an FX 6300. Now the good thing about this deal is you get 2 free games as well, so that's pretty awesome as well. I like that. But the main thing is you're getting 6 cores that turbo up to 4.1 gigs when you need it. This is all off the stock heatsink fan, so you won't have to buy an aftermarket cooler for this CPU to get decent speeds out of it. Now, not to mention that it's a 95-watt CPU, so it's not bad. It's going to play Battlefield 4 absolutely fine. So I really like where this CPU's at. If you can find it for cheaper from another place, then do so, by all means. But $120, that's a standard deal. Now, the next part of the build is probably the most interesting part of the build. It's the MSI R9 270X. Now, this build, I'm particularly doing this build for 1080p 60 frames per second, which is what I think most people are going to be playing this game on. Now this card's going to be ample fine for 1080p 60 frames per second. I've already tested the game on my GTX 670. This game runs absolutely fine on a 120Hz monitor with a bit of tweaking. I mean, everything on Ultra it doesn't get 120 frames per second at 1080p all the time, but with a bit of tweaking and a bit of settings, it does get 120 frames per second on my GTX 670. Now the 270X is not far behind the GTX 670. So this card will just smash Battlefield 4 1080p 60 frames per second, no problems. Now the best solution here is the MSI solution. It's $200, it's got the twin Frozer cooler on it, it's just overclocked from the get-go, it's only $200. So let me repeat that, it's only $200. It looks amazing, it's my favorite pick out of the 270Xs. You also get a backplate there, and this thing will go like a shit off a shovel. It's really fast. So I really like this price point here. I really like what MSI do with their non-reference coolers as well. So that's total there, $459.95. But you get $15 off of the promo code, $10 off of the rebate, and $15 off of the rebate on the power supply here. So once we're done there, we can move on to Amazon, and we can put in a DVD burner, external USB DVD burner into the cart. Now, if you've already got a DVD burner sitting around at your home, then just go use that. Save yourself 14 bucks. This is just pretty much for an OS install. If you can also install the OS from a US pen drive, then go do that. So by all means, we're all about saving money, man. This is a budget build, so go save yourself some cash. But if you need one of these, then this is what I'd recommend, because then you don't have to, I never use my DVD burner. So basically, I wish I had one of these instead of my SATA DVD burners, because every time I plug it in, I've got to connect the freaking cables up. This just plug in the power, plug in the USB cable. You can use it whenever you want to. So really, I like this for the ease of access. So anyway, next part of the build is the Crucial Ballistix Sports, 8 gigabytes, 2 sticks. $67. RAM's damn expensive. If you guys can find RAM for cheaper, then go do so. This stuff at $67 is not too bad. I mean, it's not the best value for money, but it's not bad because it's got CL9 timings, which is 99924, I believe, at 1.5 volts. So basically, this stuff, if you need it to, I guarantee you it will overclock to 1866, no problems. So really good there. It's got the heat sinks, and it also looks pretty good. Now the last part of the build is pretty much staple. I usually do this in a lot of my builds. This is just a staple product. It's the Western Digital Blue 1TB hard drive. If you can afford an SSD, then throw in an SSD if you've already got a hard drive lying around. Or if you've already got a hard drive lying around, don't even bother buying this. Your call. So this is just for putting all your games on, and believe me, all these games coming out nowadays, they're like 30 gigabyte installs. They're huge, so you're gonna need this space. I've got my 256 gigabyte SSD, and it's filling up really quick with all the games that are coming out now. Battlefield 4, I believe, I forgot. It's like a 30 gig at least. 30 gig install, so it's huge. Anyway, guys, that leaves the total to, once I get the calculator out here, Amazon's cost price plus Newegg's cost price plus all the rebates and savings, it leaves this build to $562.96. Damn good value for money. This thing's going to play Battlefield 4 really well, better than a console would in my opinion. And also, if you like this build, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, please leave a comment in the comment section below, although the new YouTube comment section is fucked. So if you've got something urgent, PM me, because I still get PMs, so private messages. So make sure you send me a PM if you really want to know something, and I can reply to that. Anyway, guys, peace out for now. I'll be coming back to you guys with some more videos soon. So yeah, peace out for now. Bye.